Yeah, Peter, thank you so much for your time. Maybe to start off with, where do you live actually?
Well, actually, I lived in Hong Kong technically, but I'm always on the road.
Okay. So I would love to talk with you about China. I mean, it has been a tremendous growth in the past 20 years. What do you think? What are the main drivers for the Chinese economy?
Well, the basis of the driver would be probably the population that China process right now. For the last 30 years, they've been growing. I mean, $1 billion people is a lot of people, and that forms the basic structure of the economy driven by these people. And obviously, we all started very rough, so everybody was in the factory producing goods from a factory, and this has been exported to the rest of the world at a very reasonable cost, and it has been welcomed by a lot of the allied countries that it has brought these goods. And afterwards, the growth came from the real estates. Obviously, everybody had a little bit of money in their pocket. Then they buy homes, and it's a natural mentality for Chinese to buy homes. The government have imposed very attractive mortgage policies to allow people to buy probably their second home, even from the first home.
If you want to invest in mainland China, I think there is this obstacle that often the Chinese government is involved in those corporations. Is that true, and how do you deal with that?
Well, there is a way around it, which actually the government had actually deliberately set it up like that. Well, Hong Kong is one of the platforms that right now is officially a China piece of property, but Hong Kong have a international water regulations which allows international businessmen, investors, funds to be landed in Hong Kong first, whereby then we structured a deal between the Europe dollars going into China through Hong Kong. The tax structure, the legal structure are there for at international standard rather than China standard, as probably all the investors are concerned about.
There has been quite some capital outflow out of China in the past month or even years. Do you think that's going to stop, or is that going to be a bigger problem for the near future?
It's going to be a continuous problem. Probably. I wouldn't say it's a bigger problem, but it's a continuous problem. There's a lot of national dollars trying to flee out of China at the moment, and actually the government is trying to sell a lot of their foreign reserve just to keep up the currency.
Maybe finally, what advice would you give German or Swiss investors who like to invest into China?
Well, I think they should carefully look at the first quarter of the year, all the numbers or the stats in China first, and I would urge them to probably look at non-real estate situation first. The IPs, technology, medical, biotech are good to go. As I said, consumer product is good to go. Tourism is good to go.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.